On camera microphones, there's a lot to choose from, whether you're looking to buy from a well-known brand such as Rode or Joby, Sennheiser or Shure, or save a bit of money and go for a more budget-friendly choice. There's a lot of choices out there. For this comparison, we're going to be taking a look at two microphones, one from Joby and another from Rode, and put them up against one another to see which one is right for you. I have reviewed both of these microphones in the past in depth individually, so if you're looking for more specific details on each microphone, feel free to go and watch those videos as well. In this comparison, I'm going to be looking at a handful of different aspects such as design, microphone features, accessories, and of course, sound quality. The Rode VideoMicro is priced at £50, whilst the Joby Wavo is priced at £70. Both of these microphones are shotgun style microphones, and without their windshields are actually quite similar in size. The VideoMicro, in comparison to the Wavo's plastic build, features a metal microphone body which gives it a construction that will likely be more durable, but this does make the microphone feel a little heavier and also front heavy. The Wavo's plastic build feels incredibly lightweight and shouldn't be noticeable when mounted on a camera. Both microphones feature a Rycote shock mount to help reduce the impact of camera movement on your audio recording by suspending the microphone. The VideoMicro features a lyre system to suspend the microphone, and this can wobble around a little as the microphone is front heavy, especially if you have the windshield in place. The Wavo features a duo lyre system which features, as you may suspect, two lyre elements to suspend the microphone. This system does a good job at ensuring that the microphone is balanced. However, the Wavo is permanently attached to the duo lyre as part of the product design, whilst the VideoMicro can be slotted in and out, giving you greater flexibility on how you may wish to use the microphone. There are a couple of other differences that I noticed between the design of the microphones. The VideoMicro features a metal grille that covers the microphone capsule, adding some protection, whilst the Wavo has an opening at the end of the capsule tube, which could leave it exposed unless you use the phone windshield. Both microphones feature their audio output on the back of the microphone to connect your audio recorder or camera using the 3.5mm output, and both microphones feature tripod threads on the bottom, albeit different sizes. The VideoMicro features a 3/8 thread which can be mounted directly onto a tripod, whilst the Wavo features a quarter thread that can be mounted onto a tripod head. Design preference is subjective, but I think both of these microphones have advantage in each of their designs. The VideoMicro's metal build is likely to be more durable if you travel a lot with the microphone, but the Wavo's lightweight plastic build makes it easy to carry around on your camera as it does not feel heavy to use. Before we continue with the rest of the comparison, if you're new to the channel and are finding this video helpful, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on future uploads just like this. Whilst the design of these two microphones may be fairly similar, there are some technical differences between the two that have a role to play in the sound quality of the microphones and how they work. Both the VideoMicro and Wavo feature similar sensitivities of -33dB and -38dB respectively, but there are some more apparent differences when it comes to their frequency response ranges and polar patterns, which both have their advantages for certain scenarios. The polar pattern of a microphone is how it picks up the audio around it, and the VideoMicro features a cardioid polar pattern and focuses on picking up sound from in front of it, whilst the Wavo features a supercardioid polar pattern. Supercardioid is similar to the standard cardioid, but it has a slightly narrower pickup on the front and it adds some sensitivity behind the microphone. So the supercardioid polar pattern of the Wavo could be beneficial if you plan to narrate behind the camera, but it could also make it prone to picking up unintentional noise from you operating the camera. There are also differences between the frequency ranges that the microphones can pick up. The VideoMicro has a frequency range of 100Hz to 20kHz, whilst the Wavo has a slightly wider range of 35Hz to 20kHz. This shouldn't make too much of a difference in a real-world scenario as the human voice tends to be in the low hundreds of hertz, but if you're looking to record environmental audio or instruments, the lower range of the Wavo may be advantageous. I've recorded some audio samples from both microphones in indoor and outdoor environments, as well as a baseline recording using the built-in microphone on my Canon 90D to compare it against. After the samples, I'll comment on each of the microphones, but also feel free to draw your own conclusions based on what you like the sound of most. So this is what the camera built into the microphone sounds like. It's a bit windy today, so that should give you a good idea of what it's like outdoors, and there's a bit of background noise going on. So this is what the Joby Wavo microphone sounds like. There's still a bit of wind and background noise, and the microphone gain is set the same across all of these. Now the audio that you're hearing is coming from the Rode VideoMicro. The included fluffy windshield is on the microphone and the audio gain settings are set to the same. There's still a bit of wind and a bit of background noise, so this should give you a good idea of how the microphones sound outdoors. So this microphone sample is indoors. The room has very little sound absorption material, so it's really a worst case scenario for reverb and echo, but it should give you a good idea of how the microphone built into the 90D performs. So now we have switched over to the microphone on the Joby Wavo. The microphone doesn't have its windshield as we're now indoors, and this should give you a good idea of how the microphone sounds. And like the other tests in this demo, the microphone gain level is the same, so this should give you a good idea of how the sound level differentiates between these different microphones. And now we are using the Rode VideoMicro indoors, and this should give you a good idea of how this microphone sounds. Like the Joby Wavo, for this test indoors I've removed the windshield from the microphone, so it's just the microphone itself. In the outdoor test, the included foam windshield of the Joby Wavo struggles to hold back wind noise in comparison to the fluffier windshield included with the Rode VideoMicro, so the Wavo recording has some noticeable low-end wind noise. A fluffy windshield is available for the Wavo, but it is an added cost, and both microphones can pick up my voice clearly and to a good quality, but also do pick up a bit of environmental background noise. On the indoor tests, I noticed how despite the microphone level setting in the camera being the same across all the tests, the VideoMicro was able to produce a louder result in comparison to the Wavo. If you'd like longer examples of how these microphones sound, you can check out my in-depth reviews of both the Rode VideoMicro and Joby Wavo. As far as accessories go, both Rode and Joby make a range of accessories for the microphones, but I want to focus on what is included in the box when you first buy the microphone in the first place. With the Rode VideoMicro, you get the microphone itself, shock mount and a 3.5mm TRS cable to connect the microphone to your camera, as well as a fluffy windshield. If you wish to use the microphone with a smartphone, you'll need to purchase a separate TRRS cable. The Joby Wavo includes the microphone itself, which is affixed to the shock mount out of the box, as well as a foam windshield and both 3.5mm TRS and TRRS cables for the camera and smartphone connectivity. I think each of these has advantages. Rode ships a superior windshield with their microphone, whilst Joby includes both cables you need to use the microphone with a wider range of devices. Of course, you can buy accessories for your use case, but I think it's important to highlight what is possible out of the box. The Rode VideoMicro and Joby Wavo are both good choices for an entry-level on-camera microphone. The best microphone for you will be dependent on your use case and plans, but I hope this comparison between the two has been useful for weighing the benefits and drawbacks of both. That's been it for this video. If you liked it, please consider subscribing. I will leave links to everything in the description if you're interested in buying one of the microphones or are interested in one of the dedicated reviews. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.